Have you ever felt that kind of tiredness that no amount of rest can cure? That exhaustion that lingers even after a perfect night's sleep? It's not a coincidence. It's not normal. And it's definitely not just physical. What you're experiencing right now is something that few recognize and even fewer understand. It's a calling, a sign, a direct summons from the higher spiritual plane that chose you, yes, you specifically, to awaken. This message found you because it was meant to. And in the end, you'll understand why your tiredness might be the greatest spiritual gift you've ever received. The fatigue that transcends the physical. An exhaustion that medications only mask. You know why? Because it's not your body that's tired. It's your soul. Your soul is desperately trying to communicate something. It's trying to say, stop, listen, something is out of divine alignment. This tiredness is a language, perhaps the only language strong enough to make you stop and pay attention. Ancient shamans called this soul sickness. In mystical traditions, it's known as the dark night of the soul. In esoteric Christianity, it's called a spiritual wilderness. In all the great spiritual traditions, this state has a name because it's recognized as a crucial stage of the spiritual journey. But here's what few understand. This tiredness isn't an obstacle in your path. It is the path. The 7 signs of a divine calling through fatigue. This is the first sign. Your vital energy is being redirected. Not for mundane activities, but for an inner awakening. It's as if the universe is recalibrating your energy system, preparing you for a higher level of consciousness. The feeling of disconnection. You feel like an observer of your own life, as if you were watching a movie in which you are the main character. This isn't depression, it's expansion. Your consciousness is expanding beyond the limitations of everyday reality. You're starting to realize that there's something more, something bigger. And once you glimpse that something more, the common world never seems enough. The intensification of intuition. Insights come without warning. You start to know things without knowing how you know them. Meaningful coincidences, what Carl Jung called synchronicities, multiply around you. Your intuition is opening up. The veil between the worlds is becoming thinner. While your physical body seems to lose energy, your spiritual senses are gaining strength. Deep questioning, increased sensitivity, the need for solitude. Solitude is the fertile ground where spiritual transformation flourishes. The desire for simplicity. True spirituality isn't about accumulating more knowledge, experiences, or practices. It's about removing the obstacles that prevent you from recognizing who you really are. When the soul is overwhelmed, the body screams, and that scream, that deep exhaustion, can be the most silent and most powerful way for the divine to tell us, stop, look inside. Something needs to be healed. It's no accident that many people experience pain in the same areas of the body during periods of spiritual transformation. Abdominal discomfort. Fears and insecurities are lodged in your center of personal power. It's time to face them. Back pain. You are resisting the support of the universe. It's time to trust. Ignoring this tiredness can be costly. It can turn into illness, anxiety, alienation from who you really are. The body always pays the price of spiritual misalignment. But while conventional medicine only treats the symptoms, you are called to go deeper, to address the root cause. To recognize that this tiredness is an invitation to reconnect with your divine essence. Medieval alchemists sought to transform base metals into gold. Your spiritual journey is no different. The fatigue you feel is the base metal. The awakening of your true nature is the gold. This transformation isn't instantaneous. It's a process, a journey with defined stages that all the chosen ones go through. Surrender to it completely. Say, I'm tired, and that's okay. The answers will come, maybe not in words, but in sensations, images, intuitions. Trust these answers. Purification. Purify your environment by removing what no longer serves you. Integration. As one of the chosen ones, you're called to specific practices during this period of transformation. These aren't superficial practices, they're sacred rituals that facilitate your spiritual metamorphosis. This simple ritual restores your connection to the primordial source. It's an energetic recalibration practice that allows higher frequencies to begin to resonate through your being. The ritual of radical gratitude. It's a deep alchemy that transforms the energy of your tiredness by completely changing your relationship with it. The ritual of creative expression. This ritual releases deep energetic blockages and creates a direct channel between your conscious and your subconscious, facilitating insights and healings that the rational mind could never achieve. The ritual of reconnection with nature. The ancients knew that there is no real separation between you and the natural world. By consciously reconnecting with nature, you reactivate primordial energetic circuits that have sustained humanity for millennia. The ritual of sacred space. It creates a portal between dimensions, allowing healing and transformative forces to flow more freely into your life. Your spiritual tiredness isn't an isolated phenomenon. Across the planet, the chosen ones are awakening simultaneously. You are part of a global network of souls who agreed even before they were born to go through this transformation together at this critical moment in human history. This isn't a cosmic accident. It's an event orchestrated with divine precision. The Earth is going through its own evolution of consciousness, and those with spiritual sensitivity, the chosen ones, are the first to feel the effects of this shift. The tiredness you feel is, in part, the weight of this collective responsibility. You are processing not only your own transformation, but also serving as a channeler for planetary transformation. It's an honor. It's a burden. It's both simultaneously. And you were chosen because your soul is strong enough to withstand this intensity. You have companions on this journey. Some you already know. Others you will meet soon, often through coincidences that are anything but coincidental. Together, you form a network of light, anchored in the physicality of the Earth, but connected to dimensions far beyond this reality. There is an implicit promise in spiritual tiredness, a sacred contract between your soul and the divine. This tiredness will not last forever. Like every metamorphosis, there is a period of apparent dissolution before rebirth. The caterpillar must completely liquefy inside the cocoon before emerging as a butterfly. Similarly, aspects of your previous identity must be dissolved so that your true self can emerge. This process may seem endless when you are in the middle of it. But there is another side. There is a morning after this dark night of the soul. There is a rebirth after this symbolic death. And when you emerge on the other side of this transformation, you not only recover your energy, you discover a source of vitality you never knew existed. An energy that doesn't come from coffee or sleep or food, but directly from the source of all creation. This is the divine promise. Through tiredness, you will find an indestructible strength. The spiritual tiredness you feel isn't an obstacle in your path. It is the path. It's not something to be overcome, but something to be traversed with awareness, with compassion, and with courage. You're not broken. You're not sick. You're being shaped, carefully, lovingly, purposefully, into a more refined vehicle for the expression of divine consciousness on this plane. It's a challenging process. It's a painful process sometimes. But it is, without a doubt, the most significant process a human being can experience. So the next time you feel that deep, inexplicable tiredness, remember, it's not just tiredness. It's a calling, an awakening, an invitation to become who you truly are. Have you felt this kind of spiritual tiredness? Were you able to identify some of the 7 signs in your life? Which sacred practices resonated most with you? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what another chosen one needs to read today. And remember, only those who are ready to awaken will recognize the truth in these words. If this message found you, it wasn't by chance. As the old saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's guiding you home, not to an external place, but to the center of your own being, where true peace, true power, and true purpose have always been waiting for you. If this message touched something deep within you, if you felt that silent recognition of truth that transcends words, then you are truly one of the chosen ones. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to receive more messages intended specifically for souls who, like you, are at the forefront of this great planetary transformation. Because deep down, you're not broken. You're being shaped, and the world needs what you are becoming.